Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. My name is VeeraJaR.
And my name is Kristen Kindoll. We hope you'll enjoy the poems we'll be reading today. Poems written by your friends and neighbors. Our first poem is The Year Santa Didn't Come by Jospeh. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house there was chaos and confusion. Someone stepped on the mouse? Mrs. Santa had kissed me and then said, "Take care. They are having the reenactment and may shoot you from the air." The reindeer were restless and filled full of dread. They feared that by morning they would all be dead. Rudolph's nose was running, his eyes full of tears. And I was trying to soothe my 9 frightened dears. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter of muskets and cannons, I knew not the matter. Away went the North Pole. I was blinded by the flash. It was struck by a cannonball and fell with a crash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear? Men in blue and men in gray. They filled me with fear. I noticed one man so lively and quick. I knew he was Jeff Davis, or I ain't Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his army they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Lee, now Beauregard, now Forrest and Stonewall. On Longstreet, on Hood, you blundering imbecile. The elves jumped on the reindeer and away they did fly. Those ungrateful little wretches, they left me there to die. Then up around the house, the bullets flew true, shot up my sleigh and all the toys too. And then, with a crashing, I heard on the roof the stomping and running of great booted hooves. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney General Grant came with a bound. He was dressed all in blue from his head to his boots. His clothes were filthy with cigar ashes and soot. A case of Jack Daniels he flung on his back, and his face was all flushed from indulging that pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was smiling with glee as he waved his big pistol and said, "Hands up, Lee!" I tried to explain I was Santa, that jolly old elf, but he only laughed and drank to Lincoln's good health. The stump of his cigar he held tight in his teeth. As I continued to deny, he started to seethe. "Now look here, you, whoever you are. The program says you're Lee, so you best play far. It just ain't proper for you to say to ho, ho, ho. Cut out that Santa Claus stuff and get on with the show." He said some bad words, but went straight to his work. Tied up my wrists, then gave the rope a hard jerk. He marched me off in my bright red clothes, still muttering, "Damn Lee's dressing like old Santa Claus." He sprang to his horse, and the audience gave a shout. They praised the reenactment as the best, without a doubt. But little did they know, as they drove out of sight, that Santa's not coming because of the North Pole fight.
It is Christmas, dear child, by Mary Lane. What can we give you? A warm place in bed, a red coat to keep out the wind from the north, gloves for your fingers and boots for your feet, a vision of good food for dinner all year, something to play with and share with your friends, strong arms to hold you and close if you cry, a story at bedtime, the blessing of sleep, a warm place in bed.
Christmas Present by VeeraJaR. Come, children, leave no one behind. Look around for anyone who may need a helping hand. Be present on Christmas. Share what you can and what the story is. Homeless, taking refuge in a lowly manger on a cold, dark night, far away from home. Mary, the young mother, and Joseph, the carpenter father, delivered the most pure and holy present for the whole world, wrapped in swaddling clothes. Yes, sweet baby Jesus is your real Christmas present.
Joseph by Lydia Esmer. Joseph, oh Joseph, your presence obscured by virgin and child whose lives you secured. From stones and the blade of a soldier's swift sword, dawn till dusk behind the scenes finds you moving in shadows, your nights filled with dreams. No utterance of yours have ever been told, guarding your secrets, God's plans to unfold. Though with prophets and apostles you did not dwell, at manger and temple in Egypt and Israel, as spouse, guardian, and with tools in hand, in faithful obedience, you are just as grand.
A Chill in the Air by David B. Stewart. Coffee in the air bestirs the chilly house to life. Sun leaking through the curtains wake open sleepy eyes. Feet stumble down the stairs and shuffle cross the carpet floor. Bacon crackles on the stovetop, nestled near the kitchen door. Dogs pine at the smokehouse door. They'll know they'll get a scold, but they can't resist that turkey slowly cooking in the cold. Grandpa shoos the pups away. The door, it creaks and clicks. Grandpa disappears inside, arms filled with hickory sticks. Within the cozy house, more hungry eyes have just arrived. Well overhead, the sun has worked to warm the life below. Grandma sets the stove, the turkey bird that Grandpa has brought inside. A chill is in the air. The season's yet to see a snow. A world of disenchantment can't destroy a joyful theme. Unless, of course, we let it. That would be the saddest thing. Enjoy this time with others. Remember those not there. A spirit's in this season. Christmas is in the air.
Burning Old Candles by S.R. Lee. Tall, thick candles, decorative, a smooth light blue, or a mottled salmon for winter replacing flowers in the living room, on the dining table, lit for guests, even occasionally for family. They may last a day or years. The seasonal candles seem to last forever. For who would burn an evergreen pyramid in September, a pumpkin candle in April? We find ourselves years later lifting from the cupboard a half pumpkin candle. No longer beautiful, its orange wax dusty, darkened. This candle first burned festive while your father handed out tiny chocolate bars. A year later, he had been gone for months, the closet stripped of his clothes. The comic, cheerful pumpkin brought half smiles, tender thoughts, as it burned during dinner that next year on All Hallows Eve. Now, though the tenderness remains, the candle itself is neither cheerful or comic, merely old. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you will join us again soon.